Let's watch what he has to say. But basically, this is his address to Spotify.
Hello, friends. I wanted to make a video to address some of the controversy that's been going on over the past few days. And first of all, to say thank you to everyone that sent love and support. I truly, truly appreciate it. And it's been very nice to hear from you. I wanted to make this video, first of all, because I think there's a lot of people that have a distorted perception of what I do, maybe based on sound bites or based on headlines of articles that are disparaging. The podcast has been accused of spreading dangerous misinformation, specifically about two episodes, a little bit about some other ones, but specifically about two. One with Dr. Peter McCullough and one with Dr. Robert Malone.
Like, for the record, these two men that he is referencing here, they are absolutely, without a doubt, like, these guys are cranks, okay? They're charlatans, they're cranks. This is what they do. They traffic misinformation about vaccines, okay? This is not like, ooh, I accidentally had some people on who said some crazy shit. Like, no, this is what they do. Like, he had people on that go on, like, Alex Jones, okay? Like, InfoWars grifters. These are snake oil salesmen. These are grifters. They have ridiculous fucking takes on the COVID vaccine, and platforming them while you yourself are a vaccine skeptic is really insane. Like, actually fucking insane. How is Rogan has had Alex Jones in the past? How is this different? Because these guys are abusing they're abusing their background and making it seem as though they are actually authorities on the subject matter that they're covering, which Joe Rogan will literally defend. Okay? So them having credentials in this situation makes it so much worse than Alex Jones, because Alex Jones is talking about like psychic pedophile vampires or whatever the fuck. Okay? But when Alex Jones talks about like vaccines are actually turning you gay, that's one thing. Okay? But when you have someone who is like literally credentialed, okay, or had credentials in the past, use that, that is, you know, it's a little bit different. Like, and he's going to defend them in this video as well, so you'll understand why it's different. And when Alex Jones says something about vaccines, you're like, that's Alex Jones, you know? People who like him are going to fucking listen to him. But when you have a massive fucking audience and you're bringing on a doctor, okay, and you're saying this is a doctor, this is the most qualified doctor to talk about this shit, and then the doctor is a fucking crank who literally has like a media tour and a GoFundMe to raise like $60 million because, you know, everyone is attacking him all the fucking time. You know what I mean? It's fucked up.
Joe feels dank, man.
Anyway, there are so many problems, okay? It's a classic appeal to authority fallacy, right? Yes, but that doesn't matter. Just because your fucking debate brain is like, oh, well, that's an appeal to authority fallacy, that doesn't change the reality that for like the overwhelming majority of laymen, they see a motherfucker who says they're a doctor, who says they have the credentials, and they go, wow, this is a fucking doctor that's saying something very different than what mainstream media is saying. Okay, no one thinks about this from that same point of view, which is why I have to describe this stuff regularly. Just like I have to constantly tell you that the top of the hour ad break is here, and that the way to avoid that and to have an ad-free broadcasting experience is by subscribing. You know what I mean? I say it over and over again, and it doesn't matter. You still need to hear it every time. You need to hear it every fucking time.
Loving Pokemon streams.
And you can subscribe. If you want an ad-free broadcasting experience, you can subscribe for $5. Or if you don't have $5, you can subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime. Or if you're lucky, you can get a gifted sub. Okay? That's just how to do it. Here's the 1 minute ad break now. You should invite a real immunologist one day. We'll see what's really going to happen to his ape brain. He's not going to do it. And there's a reason why he hasn't. You think, dude. He had Michael Osterholm on in the beginning of the fucking pandemic. That dude literally is a legit epidemiologist who actually was giving off warning signs before mainstream media was about COVID. He has had him on. Why hasn't he had him on since? Okay. Thank you, BO3 of 95 for the 10 gifted subs. Thank you, Tony C. Art for the 5 gifted subs. Why hasn't he had him on? Why hasn't he had anyone on? And when he actually does have on his friends like Dr. Rhonda Patrick, right?
2 months, baby. Road joke.
Or even fucking what's his face, the CNN doctor guy, who is, you know, not an epidemiologist, but at the very least he's fucking, you know, a person who specializes in like communicating medical knowledge to the broader public. Okay, like Sanjay Gupta, he debates them. He fucking debates them. You can't, on the one hand, say you're a fucking ape and you're an idiot and you're just a comic, and then try to debate motherfuckers who are trying to tell you, like, this is what it is. This is what it is. This is what the reality is, and you're misinforming people. Like, he literally debated them, and he will continue to debate people because it's a lie to say Joe Rogan is appearing as a chameleon here. Okay? And a lot of you stands of Joseph Robinette Rogan make it seem as though he's just simply a comic and he's just asking questions, lol, when he's not just asking questions, okay? He's not. This is, if you're a fan of Joe Rogan, if you've been a fan of Joe Rogan for long enough, you know this is an issue for him, okay? He is never going to fucking stop defending this. It's just who he is. It's a part of who he is. This is the one fucking issue where he's like always going to talk about, and he's not going to ever shut the fuck up on it.
Dr. Peter McCullough is a cardiologist, and he is the most published physician in his field in history. Dr. Robert Malone owns 9 patents on the creation of mRNA vaccine technology and is at least...
Dr. Peter McCullough, okay, is the dude that... Dr. Peter McCullough is the dude that, like, got fucking banned from his own original... his actual fucking hospital that he used to work at, okay? He is not a what do you call it? He's not personally a reliable narrator of COVID information. The reason why he got banned is because he was spreading COVID misinformation, and this is what he turned into. Okay, he turned into a guy who fucking shills. Okay, and the other dude is Robert Malone. Robert Malone is the most famous one, who has routinely fucking lied about the mRNA vaccine. Like, that's all he does. He has lied about his involvement with the mRNA vaccine, greatly exaggerating his mRNA vaccine development, like his work on the mRNA vaccine, making it seem as though he himself is personally responsible for the fucking creation of the mRNA vaccine, when he actually had to, dude literally invented mRNA vaccines, of course. That's not true. That's not true. That is a lie. Not only is that a lie, when asked if he actually had invented the mRNA vaccines or what his involvement was, he has openly stated, because he can't lie, okay? He can't lie about it. He can lie to Joe Rogan, but he can't lie to other people that are trying to, you know, get actual information out of him on the record, so that he can lie to Joe Rogan in a conversation and then Joe Rogan can lie on his behalf. But he personally, if a media outlet asks him, like, you know, did you invent the fucking mRNA vaccine? He openly admits that he didn't. The other part of the problem is that the mRNA vaccine, the mRNA technology, is now at the clinical trial stage for HIV. Okay? Part of the reason why they did not want to open up the IP for the mRNA vaccine is because we knew this already at the time, that it had potentials for curing like AIDS or preventing AIDS from spreading. That's the reason why they didn't want to fucking spread the technology. They didn't want to open up the IP for the mRNA vaccine. Yeah, it started this past week. HIV trials have started for the mRNA vaccine this past week. An mRNA HIV trial. The first patients vaccinated in a clinical trial of HIV's experimental vaccine that uses Moderna's mRNA technology. Yep. Has been updated this Monday as well. So there's there's a lot going on in that field. So it goes far beyond. It's like extra damaging for this fucking dude to lie about his own personal background and his own personal involvement. Okay? But patents ultimately don't mean shit, okay? My brother has a patent. He got a patent when he was 19 years old, okay, for, I think it's like it's like a thermodynamic a generator. He built a fucking generator in college. That if he was a fucking anti-vaxxer crank, it doesn't matter. I would be like, shut the fuck up. You're a crank. Having a patent doesn't mean shit. As a chatter pointed out, Theranos, Elizabeth Holmes, the person going to jail for lying to everyone about her incredible medical technology, the blood work that she was capable of doing, that was a total fucking lie. She had patents. Okay? Patents don't mean shit. They only mean shit to the fucking person, to the layman that is listening to Joe Rogan, okay? This is exactly the method that creationists use, irrelevant patents and PhDs. Yeah.
Has Magvaxem all brother sniper again in the thumbhead has mad.
And there are crank doctors. We think that when someone puts on a fucking when someone puts on scrubs, we have this idea that like that person is automatically looking out for your best interest. Okay? Ferroelectric energy conversion using phase-changing fluids. Anyway. And there are plenty of other doctors like this, and including all of the members of the Association of American Physicians and Surgeons, okay, which is a politically conservative nonprofit association that promotes medical information such as HIV/AIDS denialism, abortion breast cancer hypotheses, and the vaccine autism connections, and homosexuality reducing life expectancy. Okay? Those two doctors, if I'm not mistaken, are a part of this. Just like the Frontline Doctors group that Joe Rogan has regularly had on, members of the America's Frontline COVID Frontline Doctors group, or whatever the fuck it's called, which is another conservative doctor think tank. Okay? You can find a doctor to come and defend your positions. You could back in the day, cigarette companies did this. For people who are complaining about me pausing this video over and over again, the entire purpose of you not watching this video on your own, but watching it with me, is so that I can fucking go step by step and address every little thing that Joe Rogan is saying here, because ultimately, this is not about Joe Rogan. This is not about censorship. This is about something much larger than that. You are learning things here that you did not know before. Shut the fuck up. Let's continue.
Partially responsible for the creation of the technology that led to mRNA vaccines. Both these people are very highly credentialed, very intelligent, very accomplished people, and they have an opinion that's different from the mainstream narrative. I wanted to hear what their opinion is.
This is bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. This like, oh, I'm an independent thinker, and that's the reason why I did this. Like, these are highly credentialed doctors. Independent thinkers and rational skeptics regularly exercise skepticism towards mainstream narratives, which they should. I don't have a problem with that, okay? Mainstream media does have a tendency to get things wrong, which I will talk about, because there are things that Joe Rogan says here that I agree with to a certain degree. But they never, ever apply that same level of skepticism to a crank doctor wearing a fucking COVID-19 tie saying you should shove a neti pot in your fucking nose. And that's the way to deal with COVID. What the fuck? Why don't skeptics ever apply that same level of critical thinking to the side that they agree with? It's so fucking annoying. And I know why. And that's because Joe Rogan believes in a certain thing. And the reason why he's having these people on is not because he wants to, platform narratives that mainstream media is too afraid to fucking, platform truths that the mainstream media is too afraid to show. It's because he fucking agrees with them. That's why he has a meme folder. The signs are there. Joe Rogan is a fucking rich, out of touch old man now, okay? And even back then, even back when he first started the podcast, he was still rich and out of touch, but he at least had like, extra seasoning and oomph to it, because it was just like fun. And And you know, he had fun guests on, and he didn't exclusively fucking talk about dumb shit. My man has literally Facebook meme folders, man. He has a meme folder full of Facebook memes that he brings out when he's talking to fucking doctors and shit. Are you kidding me? That is literally just, that's an old man, okay? That's not Joe Rogan. That's not, you know, the ex-Fear Factor host, UFC commentator Joe Rogan. That's your fucking dad, okay?
Master Chef has pause.
You sound hurt that your guy changes? No, I mean, this is a person I looked up to, and I still recognize what he did as like valuable from the point of view of independent media. So as someone who literally started off his career in independent media and saw what Joe Rogan was able to do for himself and like build a major audience for himself and one that even fucking can compete against mainstream media and other mainstream media outlets, like of course I'm gonna be fucking sad about that, dude. What do you mean? Why wouldn't I? And the reality is, like, look at this, dude. Look, everyone is on board. Like everyone is just like, dude, you fucking killing it, whatever. You keep going, keep doing you. Of course, not a single person. Tulsi Gabbard, just keep being you. Like, this man is not under serious threat, okay? He's not, and it's not gonna happen.
Hey Hasan, I bet you could get better quality on our camera.
No, he doesn't sound hurt. He's holding media personnel responsible for spreading dangerous information. Wait, what? Joe Rogan was a career comedian, college dropout turned TV radio host who now makes money by attracting viewers, listeners by intentionally saying controversial things. Why take him seriously? I don't know. Because he has 5 million views on a fucking Instagram video that he posted of him talking to a camera for 9 fucking minutes. And, you know, that, like, he is arguably, demonstrably, incredibly fucking famous and incredibly fucking influential. So, you know, him spreading COVID misinformation is very damaging. Including in the video where he's like, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so sorry. This is like people looking at Fox News and being like, Fox News is not mainstream media. Fox News is not mainstream media, when they're the most successful and the most popular mainstream media outlet. You know what I mean? Y'all are just dumb if you don't realize that. You're stupid if you don't realize that Joe Rogan has the power almost of mainstream media at this point.
Such gaming.
And for people saying, like, I did run an ad, yes. For people saying he's not spreading misinformation, he is spreading misinformation here. He's like beefing up the intellectual honesty of the 2 guests that he had that are actual fucking grifters, like straight up grifters, to a degree that, like, they get to go on Alex Jones's podcast and not on fucking, they can't go on Fox News even.
I had them on, and because of that, those episodes in particular, those episodes were labeled as being dangerous. They had dangerous misinformation in them. The problem I have with the term misinformation, especially today, is that many of the things that we thought of as misinformation just a short while ago are now accepted as fact. Like,
see, he's debate mode. Like, he's not like, oh man, you know.
17.
One, he defended his fucking guests and the integrity of his guests, and those guests are literally just cranks, straight cranks. And if you don't recognize that, especially Dr. Robert Malone, if you don't recognize that those guys are just fucking conservative grifters who are spreading anti-vaccine misinformation when they themselves are fucking vaccinated, by the way, so they're protected, those pieces of shit. That's the worst part. I wish there was a way to fucking suck the vaccine out of your body, because I would love to just fucking go in there, suck the fucking mRNA vaccine out of their goddamn body, and just throw them out of the fucking fire pit. Go ahead, bro. Face it head on, like the fucking future that you are influencing millions of people on these gigantic platforms to fucking face. There are still people dying of Omicron. It's literally not that fucking, Omicron is not that bad in comparison to previous variants. And there's still motherfuckers dying of it. Why? 90% of the people that are dying, or 90 plus, depending on where you're looking at the information, they're unvaccinated. They're unvaccinated. There's no other piece of information that you need, okay? That's it. You don't need anything else. You don't need anything else. 90+% of people that are dying right now of COVID are unvaccinated. There is no other reason. There is no other reason. There's no other fucking fact that you need to look at. You can like try to fucking massage the numbers and try to massage the narrative as best as you can. You can say, oh, well, you know, who needs the vaccine anyway? I like the vaccines, but I hate the mandates. I like the vaccines, but I hate the masking. Doesn't matter. None of it fucking matters, okay? If you don't get vaccinated, you have a likelihood of dying that is significantly higher if you get COVID than people who are unvaccinated, and that's it. And that's so fucking stupid that you're not recognizing this. And anyone who advocates against that is fucked up. So you're doing it again. What percentage of people die from Omicron though? Like that's not you can't take that L, dude. That's idiotic. Like, that's so idiotic. That's why we have a government, okay? Thank God.
I has left.
For instance, 8 months ago, if you said, if you get vaccinated, you can still catch COVID and you can still spread COVID, you would be removed from social media.
Bullshit. That's a fucking lie. There was never a 100% efficacy rate, okay? The reason why people got fucking banned off social media was because they said vaccines don't fucking work. And even then, they didn't get banned off social media. Tim Pool didn't get banned off social media, and he still lies about fucking vaccine rates. Joe Rogan doesn't get banned off social media. He lies about vaccines, and he's skeptical about the vaccines regularly. That's a fucking bullshit lie. No one got fucking banned off social media for saying that vaccines are not 100% effective at stopping people from catching COVID. Okay? That's bullshit. That's not a real thing. People are literally conflating an actual outright lie with something that is not a lie, okay? If you say vaccines are not 100% effective at stopping you from getting COVID, that's not a lie. That's the truth. And that was something that even I said. We covered breakthrough cases from the jump. Did I get fucking banned? No, because there's a difference between what I was saying, which is the truth, which is that the vaccines themselves are not 100% effective at fucking stopping you from getting COVID, and vaccines are not working. That's a lie. That is just a 100% lie. So this is one of the more frustrating parts about people spreading COVID misinformation, because they fucking lie and then change the narrative after the fact to fit their new purpose. Oh, dude, I never actually said, like, oh, man, actually, people were getting banned for saying that, the COVID vaccines are not 100% effective at stopping you from getting COVID. It's like, no, vaccines have always been there to stop you from dying once you get COVID, okay? And even then, it's not 100%, but it damn near is close to 100%, okay? Goalposts constantly shifting. That's bullshit. Unless you're talking about me, unless you're talking about Joe Rogan, like, you can't misunderstand what people are saying or what the mainstream media narrative is and then fucking turn around and say, oh, goalposts are shifting. No, goalposts never shifted. You just didn't understand it back then and you don't understand it now. Like, mainstream media talked about breakthrough cases non-fucking stop. Why? Why wouldn't they just hide it? If they were lying, why wouldn't they hide it? Nobody banned CNN. So this makes no sense. Like, it makes no sense. No, they did not. You think mainstream media did not talk about fucking breakthrough cases? Okay. There you go. United States in the past fucking, I don't know, past 12 months. Let's take a look. First popped off during April when breakthrough cases started happening, immediately after the fucking vaccine came out. And if you want, we can also look at breakthrough cases not on CNN is bullshit. That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. Are you going to shut the fuck up? Oh, dude, I'm arguing with the gray name. I'm arguing with the literal fucking gray name who's trying to bait me on purpose. I'm just going to ban them, and then I'm going to show you the CNN fucking breakthrough cases, okay? CNN, breakthrough COVID cases, okay? You're just arguing in bad faith, but I'm going to take it seriously because there might be people who are genuinely confused, okay? If you look at CNN's breakthrough fucking cases, I don't know how to do the tools. How do I change it? Like, I want to sort it by past year, but sort it by date. How do I,
10 great months.
I mean, here in July, how worried should vaccinated people be about COVID-19 breakthrough infections, even back in July? Can vaccinated people still become infected with COVID-19? Yes, they can. Here's what COVID-19 vaccines do. First and most importantly, they protect you very well against severe disease. That's key. This is a disease that has taken the lives of 600,000 Americans and millions of people around the world. That's a dumb argument, though. They were banned for saying vaccines don't work, but they don't actually do anything for you if you have COVID. Yes, that's wrong. What you're saying is wrong.
Bro, Joe Rogan.
What you're saying is demonstrably wrong. If you've had COVID and you got vaccinated after you had COVID, you quite literally beef up your natural response way higher than if you just got vaccinated or if you just got COVID. So you're wrong. And you also moved the fucking goalpost. What is this? Do custom range. Joe Rogan interview with Peter McCullough contains multiple false and unsubstantiated claims about COVID-19 pandemic and vaccines. Damn, this is a good ass fucking resource. Thank you.
Months SMD bitches.
I can't tell if you're saying they're wrong for saying they don't work great. It's not like they're lying. Are you saying they shouldn't report on it? No, dude. I'm saying that Joe Rogan claiming that people got fucking banned and removed from social media for saying you could catch COVID if you're vaccinated is a outright lie. Because 8 months ago, mainstream media was covering it. That's fucking bullshit. Like, he is literally fucking lying. That's just a lie. I'm fact checking what Joe Rogan is saying. Even in fucking April. Look at that. That's crazy. I cannot believe it. I cannot believe Joe Rogan is talking about something that was reported on fucking CNN. In a lot of instances, people are unfortunately too dumb, okay? And because they're surrounded by other dumb people in their echo chambers, okay, they literally think, oh no, I'm right. People are getting banned for fucking saying the vaccines are not 100% effective at stopping you from getting COVID. Okay? You misunderstood that because people like Joe Rogan are lying to you, okay? Pretty sure they accused people of fear-mongering when they said the vaccines weren't 100% effective. If people were saying vaccines aren't 100% effective and saying don't get the fucking vaccine for that reason, they are fear-mongering. Don't get the vaccine. They're not 100% effective at stopping you from getting COVID. Plus, on top of that, myocarditis is a real problem. Then yes, they're fear-mongering. That's precisely what Joe Rogan does. He's fear-mongering against the fucking vaccines. CNN has been talking about breakthrough cases for fucking months. Every media outlet has reported on breakthrough cases. They did it non-fucking stop. Okay? It's not supposed to be 100% effective. And it doesn't matter. Like, that's not what the fucking vaccine is supposed to prevent. What the vaccine is supposed to prevent is from you dying in the hospital from COVID. As thousands are doing still to this day. The overwhelming majority, more than 90% of them, in every single instance, being unvaccinated. Anyway.
Vaccinated, you can still catch COVID and you can still spread COVID. You would be removed from social media. They would ban you from certain platforms. Now, that's
bullshit. So we established, I hope everyone understands that is just a lie. An outright lie. No one was banned. No one is fucking getting banned for simply stating exactly what is on fucking CNN, okay? That was on CNN for months in the same time frame that Joe is claiming that people were getting banned off social media for saying. They were quite literally reporting on it. Mainstream media was quite literally reporting on it. Don't just say you're delusional. Explain why you think I'm delusional, and we can have a conversation about it, okay?
It's accepted as fact. If you said, I don't think cloth masks work, you would be banned from social media.
Here's the other problem. This is actually true, okay? So here is where I will turn around and shit on the communicators, okay? The science communicators. Now, Joe Rogan is not 100% right on this, okay? He's not 100% right on this. But from the layman's point of view, he is correct. Because the layman doesn't understand the difference between like the cloth mask not being as efficient at stopping COVID or whatever, and how different that is from N95s. We've known since day one that the properly fitted N95 is the appropriate way to prevent giving people COVID, or surgical masks. I talked about this before. If you remember, during the time of COVID, my mom had to get an MRI. I went into the hospital and I had a cloth mask on. And the person there was like, you have to put this surgical mask on. And I thought to myself, what the fuck? Why am I putting a mask on? I already have a mask on. That's when I first realized, and I do this, I talk about this shit, I read the news. So even I was duped into thinking that like cloth masks are still effective, okay? So that's something that even I will admit. I, as someone who reads the fucking news, okay, and spreads and disseminates information for a living, was also duped by the efficacy of the cloth mask. They are ineffective in comparison to way more effective versions. Okay? So listen. That is a gigantic failure on behalf of the institutions of the authorities that are supposed to be fucking communicating this adequately.
My mom's
okay?
Still bang her?
And even surgical masks are ineffective in comparison to the KN95, the KF94, N95. Yes, this is true. Now, people weren't getting banned for fucking saying cloth masks are ineffective. People were getting banned for saying masks fucking kill you. Masks remove your oxidation rate, reduce your oxidation rate. Don't wear a mask. Masking is the same as the Holocaust. Okay? Like, Joe Rogan is making it seem as though people were getting fucking banned for saying like, well, I don't know. I think the cloth mask, the cloth mask is ineffective in preventing COVID spread from happening in comparison to a properly fitted N95 mask. Like, that's not the reason why people are getting banned. We watched for months moms, dads, Joe Rogan heads talk about how wearing a fucking mask is killing you and it's not letting you breathe. Okay? And it's worse than getting COVID and all this other shit. And Joe is just reducing it to, oh, people will get banned for saying cloth masks don't work. Now, but there is truth to that. And the side of the truth to that is that the average person is not distinguishing between fucking N95 masks and cloth masks, okay? And that's not how it was communicated originally either. So there is definitely, absolutely without a doubt, a breakdown and a failure in how proper authorities communicated the message. Now, of course, that doesn't make Joe Rogan right because he's making it harder for them to communicate a message. If you're Joe Rogan and you have millions and millions of people who listen to you, who hang on every word, you can't turn around and fucking criticize the CDC for failing to communicate the message adequately when you yourself are doing your very best to muddy the waters with misinformation.
senpai noticed me.
Okay.
Embarrassed smiley face.
And that also doesn't justify all the other things that he's talking about here. Because the reason why people thought his podcast with McCullough and his podcast with Malone and numerous other instances where he's like tried to debate Lord his way out of fucking how vaccine skepticism is a reasonable position to take is not because he said, oh, cloth masks are ineffective, or actually the vaccines are not 100% good at stopping you from getting COVID. Those aren't the reasons why people are criticizing him. People are criticizing him because he had Neti Pot Andy, okay, on his podcast, talking about how you should fucking put iodine neti pots in your nose and you'll fucking prevent COVID. And that when you get the vaccine, the impact of the vaccine is worse than getting COVID. Like, those are all lies. Like, you can't just fucking run around and lie like this. Why put the blame on communicators and not the sources and authorities from which they write their communication? No, the communicators are at fault. I mean, like the CDC, for sure. I've said this a million times, man. I think Anthony Fauci did kind of a fucking piss poor job. Anyways, keep going.
Now, that's openly and repeatedly stated on CNN. If you said, I think it's possible that COVID-19 came from a lab, you'd be banned from many social media platforms. Now, that's on the...
I don't even know if that's true. And also, again, State Department. People saying COVID-19 came from a lab was not like, that was not something that people got fucking banned for. Okay?
Ye 7 months.
And for the record, especially because that was literally State Department propaganda originally. Like, that was what straight up, like what Joe Rogan is talking about here. And the reason why it's like so fucking annoying is that, one, Jon Stewart fucking said it. Two, it did not come from a lab. You do not know that. It is not, it's a theory, just like the zoonotic disease spread theory, okay? It's just a theory, but politicians said it. Mike Pompeo said it on a live briefing. It was immediately communicated to all the PR outlets. Okay? If you're saying that China purposely sent it to the United States of America as a bioweapon, that's a little different than like a lab leak theory. That is, again, just a game theory, okay? Donald Trump said it. Okay? Ridiculous.
On the cover of Newsweek. All of those theories that at one point in time were banned were openly discussed by those.
So now that we established the three main theories that were fucking supposedly banned were not things that people got actually banned for, and are not even true what Joe Rogan is saying, okay? Let's put this into a different perspective for a second, okay? I want to describe something to you. Even if all three of those things he said were 100% true, which they are not, okay? Even if all three of those things he said were 100% true, that still does not mean that you can get away with spreading COVID misinformation regularly and spreading vaccine misinformation regularly that is stopping people from getting the fucking vaccine and causing them to die when they get COVID, when they could so easily defend themselves from this preventable fucking disease, okay? It is incredibly, incredibly frustrating. Hasan has some really bad takes on this. The Intercept did a podcast on the lab leak theory using FOIA documents. There's evidence that it was an accidental lab leak. Wait. They did a podcast on the lab leak theory using FOIA documents? So what, like the American government? What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck does the American government know about it potentially being a lab leak theory when the State Department itself already fucking said that it was a lab leak originally, like literally out of the gate? Unless the lab leak you're talking about is fucking, what is it, Fort Detrick, the chatter was talking about? Like, no, which I don't believe that either, for the record. You can't FOIA the fucking Chinese government, dude. Like, what the fuck? all you can do is FOIA the State Department, which the State Department has already said it was a lab leak. So what new information are you getting out of that FOIA request? Anyway, so, and we talked about the fucking lab leak theory before. Like, it doesn't matter if it was quite literally a lab leak or not. What matters is how we deal with it. Because the very same people that are saying it was a fucking lab leak are now saying, or were saying, it's not that big of a deal. It's not going to kill you.
Over a year crazy, you are the best.
Okay? Like, literally, oh, it was a lab leak. It was a bioweapon. Also, I'm built differently. I'll survive it, even though everyone is dying. And also, don't get vaccinated because that's also a bioweapon. Like, it doesn't make sense. If it's a fucking Chinese bioweapon, then you would want to get protected against it. And the only reason why the fucking we're talking about like, oh, China did this, China did this, China did this, is because we weren't doing shit. China did this to Italy before us, and we saw that, and we didn't do shit anyway. So it doesn't even make sense on that front. So, like I mentioned, all three of those things that Joe Rogan is mentioning are either conflating truths with outright lies, okay? Greatly exaggerating the impact of a certain thing, or just straight up wrong, okay? But even if they were true, it still doesn't change the reality that, like, what people are criticizing him for is not that shit, okay? What people are criticizing him for is vaccine skepticism that he is promoting. Being skeptical of mainstream narratives is fine, but then purposely fucking doing propaganda in the other way, in the other direction, is completely unacceptable. And by the way, for all of you who are yelling at me, all you Joe Rogan stands, he's about to literally say that.
Two men that I had on my podcast that have been accused of dangerous misinformation. I do not know if they're right. I don't know because I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a person who sits down and talks to people and has conversations with them.
Oh, dude, I'm not a doctor. I'm not a scientist. I'm just a person who has conversation. That's bullshit. The Just Asking Questions, Just Curious Andy podcaster edition.
Do I get things wrong? Absolutely, I get things wrong. But I try to correct them. Whenever I get something wrong, I try to correct it because I'm interested in telling the truth.
There was a time and place when I would have said yes to this about Joe Rogan. And I think he probably does this for other shit still to this day. But this COVID is not one of them. Rhonda Patrick, he debated Rhonda Patrick. He debated Sanjay Gupta. He debated every single person that's ever fucking told him he's wrong about the anti-vax shit. Because that's his thing. That's his thing. He's like, no, I'm a vaccine skeptic. Okay? Straight up. And not only that, but we watched the fucking video of Jamie, like Joe Rogan fucking dealing with Jamie, where he was like, I don't know. I know what you're talking about, Jamie. Does anyone have the clip where he's like literally getting dunked on and he just like moves away? He like reads the article. He reads the article further and he tries to like, you know, say basically run away from the actual point. You're at a certain point, you're not just a guy that is simply having conversations, okay? If you have quite literally a fucking, if you have quite literally a Facebook folder, a folder full of Facebook memes that you're using to like debate Sanjay Gupta and then flexing about how you destroyed Sanjay Gupta, okay? Then you have a,
You know what they done in Texas?
oh no, this is the fucking
Skin tone.
Because you'd be ethnically. It's almost like the.
Oh, is this the one? This is not the F-150 one. Okay, good.
So crazy. A friend of mine went, and he's a white guy, and he went, and they told him that they couldn't give it to him because of his age and his body mass, because he's white. But if he was Hispanic or black, they would be able to give it to him.
That's so messed up.
And he went, "What?" He goes,
That's because our country's white supremacist. Wait, what?
He said, if I looked exactly like my body now, but I had more melanin.
That's crazy.
You'd be able to. She goes,
because of your skin tone.
Because you'd be in an at-risk group. You're not in an at-risk group. So because you're a white guy. And she goes, I'm so sorry. I have no say in this.
That's seriously messed up.
And he was laughing. He's like, wow, this is crazy.
That makes zero sense.
No, it doesn't make any sense.
Smile.
Yeah, it's a strange thing that we have going on in this country. And it happened very quickly. It's almost like if you woke up, if you were Rip Van Winkle, you know, and you maybe, let's say you got hit over the head in 2019 in September, and you went into a coma, and you woke up now, you'd be like, what?
You wouldn't even
What
believe
is
it.
happening?
It's a strange, strange world. It's like a long, long episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah, he sees it. He sees the boop, the fucking the TV turn
no
on.
Policy denies white people antibody treatment. Texas Health Department says. There's a video of it.
I know, and the video says that. Well, I know. So they talk about the video in this, and then they reached out to the Texas Health Services.
Yeah, but they absolutely did to this guy. I know. Like, people are definitely doing that.
Dude.
Maybe they're.
That doesn't mean it's a policy. It means that
Right.
person is an asshole, maybe.
I'm just a guy, bro. That's not just a guy. Like, you're not just a guy anymore, okay? The buddy of mine only goes so far, okay? If you can't guy I know a policy when the policy itself is not in existence, okay? It doesn't exist. So that's one of the main reasons. The other thing is, like, does anyone have the clip of Joe Rogan talking about how he's a scout? Like how we're going off a cliff with this vaccine shit? Because he's not just having conversations, okay? You can't say you're just having conversations when you also act like you are, you know, the truth teller who is stopping everyone from going fucking crazy, okay? Here. This is not a guy just simply having conversations. What the fuck? Why is this not working?
I'm like a scout, right? Like if you sent me down the trail, you go,
Yeah.
hey, I want you to go down the trail and gather up like a couple 100 million downloads a month and tell us what's up.
Yeah, thanks for what you're doing for all of us.
Tell us what
Seriously.
tell us what's happening.
You're a hell of a scout.
This is what it's like. And I'm
Yeah.
like, hey,
Jogan just
there's
needs
a
to smoke all
cliff.
day and see.
We're running towards a cliff. Stop, everybody stop. We gotta hit the fucking brakes. And they're like, you're an anti-vaxxer. And they just fucking keep going. You don't believe in science.
Like homie is not just a guy who's having a conversation, okay? He thinks he is fully invested in the anti-vaxxer shit, okay? And he's doing everything he fucking can. By the way, this is such a stool fucking moment.
Hashtag fuck Joe.
God, he is such a stool fucker. It sucks that, like, he's quite literally chair humping right now. Oh my God, dude. He is number one. Oh my God, what a stool fucker. Holy shit, dude. Ah!
Rogan. And I'm like, guys, I want us to make it. There's a cliff. There's a cliff.
Oh my God.
Everybody's got to slow the
This is so fucking embarrassing just to think about. Okay. He's just literally stool fucking. Okay. So. Oh, the young Jamie getting into trouble was the F-150 one, though. That's the different one, isn't it?
businesses get. So they get paid. So if the businesses go
Old,
under,
keep growing.
the cartels don't make any money.
Right.
Hey, Jamie, you have COVID. Do you got the fuck?
Coof to breathe.
It's
got it,
everything.
bro?
No, it's
Jesus.
everything's
Can't you
coof.
can't be coughing.
I got water.
Anyway. So, God. Listen.
Hey.
This is irrelevant, like him saying you got COVID, that's whatever. Like, this is not just a guy, okay? At this point, you have to realize, like, that's not just a guy. He's not just a guy having questions. This is a guy having having conversations with a very particular point of view. Okay? That's it. And that particular point of view is spreading dangerous misinformation about the efficacy of vaccines.
I'm interested in finding out what the truth is. And I'm interested in having interesting conversations with people that have differing opinions.
By the way, interested in finding out what the truth is here. This is the last clip I'll play from that.
There's an adverse risk associated with the vaccine. It's like a 2 to 4-fold increase. For young boys in particular, there's an adverse risk associated with the vaccine.
I gotta pee while this plays.
4-fold increase in the instances of myocarditis.
Yes, but you know what?
Hospitalization.
You know that there's an increased risk of myocarditis among that age cohort from getting COVID as well, which exceeds the risk of myocarditis from the vaccine.
I don't think that's true. I don't think it's true. No. I don't think it's true that there's an increased risk of myocarditis from people catching COVID that are young versus increased risk of myocarditis from the vaccine.
No, there is. There's both.
Well, let's look that up because I don't think that's true. Myocarditis more common after COVID-19 infection than vaccination. But is this with children? Yeah, we're talking about young people.
Men and boys aged under 30 after this is what it says here.
With children is the issue.
Well, no, we were talking about 15-year-olds.
Well, we're talking about young children.
Male,
So, yes.
12 to 17.
12 to 17, more likely to develop myocarditis within 3 months of catching COVID at a rate of 450 cases per million infection. This compares to 67 cases of myocarditis per million at the same time following their second dose of Pfizer.
Yeah, so you're about 8 times likelier to get myocarditis from getting COVID than from getting the vaccine.
That's interesting.
Now, that
is not what I've read before, but also it's like, even when we're reading these things, it's like, what are we getting this from? Was this from...
Like, this video perfectly captures the essence of what happens when someone is like, when someone is just totally gone down the fucking rabbit hole, okay? You know? Totally gone down the rabbit hole where, like, you watch someone with cognitive dissonance parse through actual factual information, and, like, his immediate response is perfect. Like, his immediate response should be shown in fucking schools. Like, the goalpost changes, immediately trying to fucking justify why he is that way. And by the way, for the record, as someone who live stream broadcasts for like 8 hours a day, I get shit wrong too, okay? I get shit wrong all the time. And when you're wrong, it's really fucking, it just sucks to just sometimes be like, yeah, I was wrong on that. Okay? Especially because like so many people are so punishing. Like they love to jump on the bandwagon and be like, you're fucking wrong, you fucking idiot, you're backtracking. You're backtracking. And what do I always do? I immediately fucking clap people that yell that I'm backtracking when I admit that I'm wrong and move on and correct that. Okay? And it's really, really frustrating because like it just sucks. It's sad to see a dude with so much, a dude with like with such a vast audience, with so much influence, just routinely and repeatedly spreading incorrect information. So I get it. I sympathize with how difficult it is to just like fucking come across like you're incorrect. And have to take that L. Okay? No, you have to violently defend your opinion, never change your mind. Exactly. It's so stupid. Let's continue.
But even from the VAERS reports, when they report this stuff, it's like the amount of people that report, like it's the underreporting.
This is probably going to make him even bigger, huh?
Oh, the VAERS report. And then Joe actually came out and fucking said, I'm not going to watch the Jamie Ford video. I don't care about that one. And he did say like, oh, it's great to be corrected by Joshua Zepps on this, whatever. He took the L afterwards. But this, in that immediate situation, was like a perfect representation of someone who is trying to fucking, you know, defend the hill that he's on, right?
I'm not interested in only talking to people that have one perspective. That's one of the reasons why I had.
So what's your problem? He admitted when he was wrong. Well, he's not admitting that he was wrong in like all of these other instances, though, and he's quite literally further spreading misinformation, justifying the guests that he's had on by like beefing up their intellectual integrity when they don't have one, when they don't have a leg to stand on, spreading further misinformation that like makes it seem like it's legitimate to be a vaccine skeptic without actually talking about the vaccine skepticism that is damaging. Okay, that's what people are criticizing him for. Okay, and then saying I should have guests on that don't agree with me. And yet he does not do that. And the only people that he has on that don't agree with him are often people who fucking, people who are fans of his or people who love him, who come on the show. And then it's like Dr. Rhonda Patrick and he debates them. Or it's Joshua Zepps and he debates him. And even after he admitted like, oh, I took the L on this, but here is why I took this L on myocarditis rates, he still fucking linked a goddamn Substack article. You know what I mean?